When I think about my medals and the favourite one, I could really choose one from three. I could go to the very first one, which was the Olympics in 1984. I could imagine that people would want me to talk about the relay in 1991. Took on the mighty Americans. They've been undefeated for 50 consecutive years. We changed the order, spun it round, but actually, I'm gonna be selfish. My most significant important medal is the European Championships in 1990. People got to know Chris Akabusi, but I know who I am, where I come from. Kid from the children's home. Didn't have 2 shillings to rub together. Athletics saved me from a life where I could have got myself in a lot of big trouble. And I think that I am the British record holder. I broke the British record in splits in 1990. That record had stood for 22 years. It was held by David Hemery, a legend in my lifetime, let alone his own. It stood for 22 years, and me, I had the privilege to break that. Most impressive athlete that I ever competed against was Edwin Moses. Edwin Moses was a 400-metre hurdler, the best the world has ever seen. He went 122 consecutive finals undefeated. I love the symmetry. 9 years, 9 months, 9 days. Took on all comers, everyone behind his trail. And he had this elegance and this aura around him. I used to love racing Edwin Moses, but I've got to be very careful. I raced with him, not against him. He was always that far ahead. But he was great. When I turned to hurdles, he actually got me into, he actually supported me in my learning and development. And I think that's because he knew that actually, no matter how good you are, mate, I'm still going to beat you. Edwin Moses, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't want to put a downer. I'm looking forward to Olympic Games in 2020. But I think we're in a rebuilding phase. We haven't got a Mo Farah. We haven't got our Jessica Ennis. I'm hoping that 2020 will be a period where a whole new bunch of athletes, British athletes, herald themselves as coming on the scene. And in the 20s, we can cheer them on. We've got a young lady called Dina Asher-Smith. She did fantastic last year in the World Championships, 1 and 200 champion, and is clearly here to stay. She's been around for the last 2 or 3 years. She's made a mark. Was really pleased to see KJT, Katarina Johnson-Thompson. She won a big one now with the heptathlon. So again, she should make a mark. There's a guy called Matthew Hudson-Smith, super talented athlete, 400-metre runner. I love the 400. I'd like to think that he'd get it all together and he would muster himself and actually get amongst the medals. There will be a few stars. Some of them may not even be noticeable at this moment in time. Watch this space. I've raced all over the world, and if you ask me where my favourite stadium is, I'll be tempted to say LA 84, or the Razzmatazz of the United States of America, or I could say southern Spain, Jerez, Granada, Sevilla, a little further up, Madrid, where I had some cracking races. But I'm going to say Gateshead. Gateshead was febrile, partisan. The crowd were all for you, quite closed in. And they were great nights of athletics. I went out there in the 400 hurdles, very first race. I won it for my country, got the full points, and I beat Howard Smith, and that launched me into world-class athletics. So, Gateshead, man, why I? What gets you out of bed? 1, you train your partner. Life is a little bit easier if you've got a buddy by your side. And you might let yourself down, but you ain't letting your partner down. But I would also say, I knew that around the world somewhere, there's somebody in your event who's staying in bed. I'm one up against him. And so the idea that you're not going to let your buddy down, that you need this as a building block, and actually it's what we do, it's my environment, gets me out each day and every day.